Great Ananse is the king of our imagination. Ananse is the wonder of creation.
Where are you coming from?
I'm just coming from the traffic on the road and the Zozo on the road. That's why I'm here.
You're always late. You know what's happening in here today?
Yes, they tell me that Ananse Soundsplash going to be in the library. That's why I'm just coming out and they make announcement and the PA system and I just come.
So you believe Ananse must hear away from you? See if I can find it.
All right, start. Thank you, miss. Thank you.
Ananse, come here. You're at Inwood High School. 21 years you're celebrating. So rich with culture. We have Jamaica Day, Culture Week. We have our Culture Day, we're celebrating our Africans. And today, guess what? Adding to that, we're going to be celebrating our storytelling national festival. Aren't you honored to be a part of that? Learn a lot, enjoy Inwood High School and the National Storytelling Festival. Right?
This gone. Me take over now. Me teaching the class. Yes. No, watch out this year. She come in now because I don't want her to see me a leader class. All right. Festival, we have Jamaica Library Service, we have Nkukuma, the Storytelling Foundation of Jamaica, and Ananse Soundsplash today. Right, so I think the end of our MC. You just want to take over me around this right there. No. Yeah. Welcome everybody. As the principal gone, so it's me happy to welcome and everything. Call them say when who's gone? Not working with me, man. When who's gone? Yeah, man, that's how we do it. Want to the bird, give me the feedback and things, you know. If anything you tell me, tell me about this job. That's what we want. Yeah. All right. So guess what? You know, say I know. We're going right to the sponsors, and them have some people who can honor them. We have to honor them, and we have to big them up, eh? So according to the TV man then will run the commercial company like that. So TV man run the commercial company. So TV man. Never say me, never take over the plan.
Can't take over what you don't know. I know who the sponsors are. Did I hear?
Or you have yes, tourism and you have tourism enhancement fund, you have Ananse Soundsplash, you have Chase Foundation, you have First Caribbean International Bank, you have the Sky Gallery, you have JCDC, you have celebrating. You have SDC, that is Emancipation Park, celebrating 20th anniversary, and you have Nkukuma, and last and not least, but definitely big up to the Jamaica Library Service. Yes, ma'am. It's no embarrassment in here because we must take the taking charge of the class that teacher gone. Understand? Now what you have in a something. Hold on. is them something your teacher take on in the lesson, you know. And must be lesson planning something.
What you can't see?
All right, I will tell you what on it.
Carrying it around.
All right, Miss. See there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kerry Wallace, Executive Director of the Tourism Enhancement Fund.
Right, it says
And we're
Jamaican
pleased to be
province, so
supporting
they will
the Ananse
All right.
Soundsplash 2022. We believe this oral tradition plays a huge role in influencing our nation, and festivals like this one can inspire us all to greatness. We commend the team and we look forward to sharing in the activities and take this opportunity to thank the team and wish them all the best in this year's staging.
Yes, thank you for that message. Wonderful message. I want them to take a seat. Right. Okay. We have the first Jamaican proverb. I'm going to try to give one of them. Okay. The first proverb says, I know everything good to eat, good to talk. What that means? Anybody can tell students who first. Nobody know what that means. All right, come. Come talk loud, man. Come forward. I know everything good to eat, good to talk. Anybody else? Okay, it means it's kind of self-explanatory. I mean, all I want to get it, but not shy, right? It means I know everything will be talked about. Some things stick to your chest. No say it back, because it might just be to your detriment. It might just turn out against you. It might just mash up the dolly house. It might just mess things up. So I know everything good to eat, good to chat, good to talk, good to lava, good to sit. All right, same thing. Right now, we know next little while, where him disruptive and him rampant over the place, right? And him supposed to be here a long time like me, but he's late, right? So, oh, there, one man. It could be a chat, you never know, there, right there. There, man. Anybody want to play PM? Yeah. Anyone want to play some game? Yes. All right. Anybody know how to play Hands of the 85? No. All right. Just follow me, please. Hands of the 85. Let's start. Hands of the 85. Hands up. Boys. Your meditation, your concentration. Let's go. That's the way. Hands on the 85. Yes. Boys. Your meditation, your concentration. Let's go. To the show. That way, Alaska.
Banana.
Ananse, can you come and teach us how to say that name?
Well, Mr. Damian, it don't look like them cooperating at all. Well, let's give our hands, give him a hand. Wonderful, Mr. Damian. Well, it must seem granny going. Hands of the 85. I never hear that. And it was Madam Company. I never hear that calabar. I mean, so much years old. Hands of the 85. Who hear that before? Me, yeah. It's a long time thing. Why? Listen, a Muslim granny boy, eh? Mommy, pray. Don't do it. You understand? Don't do it. Yeah, this is granny, brother. My granny teach me my roots, you know. Where we come from.
Question.
Yes.
I have a question.
Ah,
You're going to teach you your roots,
yes.
like good root,
Plant root, tree root,
Yam
wood root, yam root, cassava root.
cassava root.
Yes.
What is your root?
My root is I have Taino root, Island Arawaka root. You give thanks to my grandmother to teach me about that.
How did you learn that you are a Taino?
Boy, it's a long story, but I'm going to cut it short. What she taught me is about how our connection is with the land, and shared with me that the Tainos also connected with the Maroons. And
You
that
mean
is
the
how we
Taino
survive.
people also have stories?
Of course, not story.
Anybody want to hear a Taino story?
So what is your name? Because you never get it. Me, I am Kalan, the chief of the Jamaican Taino people. You mean the Tainos still exist? Who there? Yeah, man. The thing that they... No. We're still there. All right, who you think? The thing so when we are going to share one. All right. So, let me take you over briefly. So, I'm going to share with you one of the stories that I have learned from my people. And the story goes that a long time ago, we used in the Arawaka language, we say, Aba Uaku Weyu, which means long ago. Uaku Weyu, long time ago. Aba Uaku Weyu, long time ago. And that story, it started when a young man wanted his father's land, but he never worked for it, he never really deserved it. He wanted somebody who, he would sit down while his father out there working and killing the child and never did much. But he decided he didn't want to challenge his father. His father sent him off the property and say, you, Yaya Ella, come back when you gain some sense because you need to contribute instead of just looking to take away. Months had passed and Yaya El came back and was challenging his father. And he challenging his father. Or he said this morning. I will say it over to you. In spirit end up on the other side. So when in spirit end up on the other side, as our ancestors used to do, they cook it remain and put in a calabash. You know what is calabash? Yeah. Okay. Put in a calabash and hung it up over the doorway. That was our tradition in how we honor those who went before us. And at the same time that was happening, when Yaya El passed, a mother was giving birth to 4 children at the same time. What do you call that? Quadruplex, right? And the quadruplex, one of them stood out the most. We call him Deminan. You might remind me of somebody what we hear stories from. So Deminan now, he heard stories about Yaya El, how he had passed and there's this calabash that they have in the household. And the story goes that when the mother misses Yaya El, she looked into the calabash and she would find fish. And she would eat those fishes and share amongst her household. So Deminan told his 3 brothers that when Yaya gone to the farm and him and his son fight out, they could go in that calabash and see fish really. So Yaya gourd that he was in, them and his brothers went to the home and Yaya went to the farm and he took down the calabash and when he looked inside, he beat the old fish and then eat him very good and eat some more and share up with his brothers. And now stuck to the brim, them and his there waiting and fell asleep. So he heard Yaya coming and in his rush to return the gourd back to where it was, the gourd fell. And when it fell, it broke. And out from the gourd came water, rushing and rushing. And out came whales, out came dolphins, out came sharks. And for the kind of people, that is how the sea is. We say, and one Sorry, we're not this granny today, right? Wonderful story from the Taino chief, right? Cacique, as they call him. That's it. Anybody remember that from history? First farm, Cacique, that's what they call the chief. And he's a Cacique. Imagine that. You're here in the presence of a living Taino chief. Whoa! How many players that we like Jordan and you right here. And here we thought they had all disappeared. But he is testimony that for once the stories live on, the people live on. And I spoke with some of the students before we began, and I'm just encouraging you all. Keep telling the stories. Keep telling the stories. It's important. Right? I want to big up Ruben, who is in Panama, from Panama, but lives in Mexico. So I want to pick up both countries. So he's online. Big up yourself. Can you say hello, Ruben? Hello, Ruben. Ruben said hi back. Okay, big up Ruben. Wonderful. Of course, we're going to hear some.
Now, I will tell.
We're going to look at our monitor. We have a story from Ruben. So we have pre-recorded that. And we're going to have another story from, from Pocotin. No, this is a term, right? That's how they call a storyteller in Trinidad. So he's Pocotin. I'm going to hear from Ruben. Two fantastic stories. So just sit back, relax, and be entertained and, look into the meaning of the story.
Now, I will tell you Clorinda, one of my favorite stories. This is the story of Clorinda. And you may ask, who is Clorinda? Well, Clorinda was nothing more and nothing less than a pretty little ant born in Vienna. Yes, Clorinda was the daughter of the great ambassador of Panama in Austria, and Clorinda, the pretty little ant, loved to dance. But Clorinda had a big problem, that in those high society parties in Vienna, they only danced once, and Clorinda couldn't stand that. Tra-la-la, la, 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 tra-la-la-la-la. She couldn't stand it. She couldn't take it. Clorinda's blood boiled from head to toe because what she wanted was to move around, to shake, to dance salsa, merengue, reggaeton, or guaguancó, and not those old waltz songs. One morning, a magazine arrived at Clorinda's hands, a magazine with pictures of the Caribbean, and the Clorinda, the pretty little Anne, the moment she saw those pictures said, "Oh, I want to go there now." That same day, during the afternoon, there was a big storm hit, and Clorinda, the pretty little Anne, when the storm ceased, yes, the pretty little Anne went out on her backyard, and here on a raindrop, she saw her reflection and said, "Oh, how beautiful I am, how gorgeous I'm love. How stunning I am. I even has a wasp's waist. I don't look like an ant. Oh, immediately, Clorinda, the pretty little ant, took a pink geranium petal and fixed herself a short skirt. With a saffron twig, she made a headdress, and with a petit pois cut in half, she made herself a bra. She looked beautiful. She looked wonderful. Very happily, Clorinda walked the street of Vienna from here to there and all around. And all of a sudden, yes, all of a sudden, another storm hit, and Clorinda, with nothing else to do, went and hid under the tree. There, so lonely and sad, watching the raindrops falling down, she started to sing. Lindo capullo de alelí, turururu, si tú supieras mi dolor. When suddenly Clorinda, the pretty little ant, witnessed a water stream carrying a paper boat. She headed straight for Clorinda, who didn't think twice before jumping right on. The boat went into the seaward and into the river and into the sea, and from the sea to the ocean. And later, 2 weeks, yes, Clorinda arrived at Atlantic Ocean. Yes! 6 days later, she may land in Panamanian coast, ladies and gentlemen. And Clorinda hadn't even walked 100 meters when she heard the sounds of drums and flutes and begins dancing. Panameño, panameño, ay, panameño, vida mía, yo quiero que tú me lleves. She walked a little more and arrived at Angel Bar. She entered. Beautiful. She sat at bar and ordered a daiquiri. And while she is enjoying his delicious cocktail, she saw him. A beautiful black Panamanian flea. Oh, that Clorinda raised her bilirubin from the feet to the head and say, oh my God, what a beautiful black free. What a beautiful puppy. I want him to my boyfriend. When a black Panamanian flea. Oh, noticed Clorinda, the pretty little ant, moving her hips that way. His jaw dropped to the ground, ladies and gentlemen. And since then, the Panamanian black flea and Clorinda, the pretty little ant, fell in love and lived happily forever.
Okay, thank you, Ruben, for that story. Right, we're going to the next story, but while we do that one, I just want those who are online to encourage others to log on to the Jamaica Library Service Facebook page so that you can, hear this wonderful experience that stories are, and maybe you can get some ideas how to tell your own stories. So log on the Jamaica Library Service Facebook page so that you can, be part of this wonderful story.
Check. Yeah.
Island mix that first. I see them standing looking at my dark skin. They wonder where me from, I hear them asking. I tell them the time I will. Hey, Jambo. My name is Hakim, and I am from the beautiful country of Kenya. And I
I'm here to tell you about the beautiful mambas. Mambas is the Swahili word for crocodiles. Yes, the ones that snaps big like this. Nam, nam, nam. So I am here to tell you about Mbade the crocodile. Come with me. In the beautiful swamplands of Africa, there lived a basque of crocodiles. The Swahili word for crocodile is mamba. In this swampland, the crocodiles was led for years by Mr. Mbade. Now, Mr. Mbade was very wise, and he led them for years and years and years. But one day, Mr. Mbade, he got too old, and he could not lead the mambas anymore. Remember, the Swahili word for crocodile is mamba. Now, it was now led by Mr. Malik. And out of respect, when the crocodiles went for the fish, they came and gave Mr. Mbade the best, the biggest of all the fishes. But one day, Mr. Malik got upset and he said, "Why are we always giving Mr. Mbade the biggest of all the fishes?" He was most upset. So he said, from this day forward, only the smallest of the fishes will be given to Mr. Mbade. Now, on the next day, when they went to go get fishes, when they returned, the smallest of the fishes were given to Mr. Mbade. Mr. Malik grinned with an evil smile, because he said, "I am the new leader and I make all the new rules." But Mr. Mbade, with his wise self, just smiled and said, "Asante. Asante Malik. Asante Malik for the fishes." Now, asante is the Swahili word for thank you. So this went on for months and months. One day, Mr. Mbade's grandson came to him with a question. He said, "Grandpa, why is it you do not get upset when Mr. Malik gives you all these little tiny fishes to eat?" Mr. Mbade watched his grandson and said, "Because every day I have my fill of some of the greatest fish in the swampland." His grandson scratched his head and he said, "Eh? How do you have the best fish?" He said, "One day you will understand, grandson." Now, one day, when they were going for the fishes, and the fishes heard the snapping. They heard the snapping of the mambas. Remember, mambas mean crocodiles. The fishes were running to a cave, a very dark cave to the other side of the swamp. Out of curiosity, the little grandson followed these fishes because they were running away when they heard the snapping of the crocodiles. Because the fishes were going to a dark cave to hide. But upon reaching the dark cave, he realized that the fishes were running in to the mouth of Mr. Mbade. Now, children, the moral of this story is, you do not have to struggle for what you want. All you have to do is wait and be patient. The end. Did you all like that story? The story of Mbade the crocodile? Now, I am Hakim, and this is the end of story time with me. As to say hello, we say Jambo. To say goodbye, we say Kwariri. So Kwariri, boys and girls, help me dance out. Hey, say Kachubo, so pe sa. Hey, 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 ka say so ke ah.
Where me from, I hear them asking. I tell them that I'm a West Indian. To be exact, I am.
That was a wonderful story. That was a wonderful story. Two stories, as a matter of fact. And we want to big up all our Latin American friends. Ruben, it's Ruben's second time for festival, and we just want to say thank you.
Great Ananse is the king.
Also big up all the Latin American countries, Panama, Mexico, and others that have joined in, and of course our Jamaican audience. Thank you for tuning in and for staying for these wonderful stories. As you've seen so far, we have stories from all about, and the entire week is filled with stories from different countries. And today we just feature just a few. We're going to go to another story, a song, and that's our Ananse song, or theme song if you may.
Great Ananse is the king of our imagination, bringing stories with the light of the ancient Africa. Great Ananse is a griot, a chantuel, a calypsonian. What a wonderful delight is to hear her stories. Like an enormous spider web, she weaves her stories, and the grandpa and the kids, they all love what there's to hear. Great Ananse is the king of our imagination. Ananse is the wonder of creation. Great Ananse is the king of our imagination. Ananse is the wonder of creation.
Thank you. As I promised, I forward this is the proverb, Jamaican proverb. I'll start right here with that teacher. Make sure you're looking out for it. All right. So we have these proverbs here. I'm going to ask again. Come on, you can participate. Don't you? The humblest calf suck the most milk. What does that mean? Go ahead. You are to be humble. Any other answers? That's what you were going to say. Anybody else? Young man? Right, not to be talkative. Yes. Right, you're all right. Basically, if you remain humble, just easy, don't rush things, just remain calm, you'll get most out of life. It's not always the person pushes up front and when you say, teacher pick on all the while, you'll get the most out of the lesson. That too is important. So is life. Right now, we go into an open mic, and I'm going to ask the students to give their stories. All right. Anyone? Oh, we have a student here. Yes. What's your name?
My name is Jordan. Hello, everyone.
I detect that.
Sorry, I got the mic now. I got the mic.
I detect a slight accent. Where are you from?
I'm from England.
England, London, England.
London, England.
Yes, I was in England. And of course, what's with the short pants? What student would be in a short pants now? Those are back in my days.
I'm new. I didn't realize I'm from England.
Oh, exchange student. Yes. Okay, the mic is yours. So tell your story.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan. I'm from England. Okay, everyone thinks we talk like this. We don't talk like that. We don't talk fancy. We say strange things. Like, I can see a bottle of water there. Everyone would say, everyone thinks we'd say bottle. We wouldn't say bottle, we'd say bottle. Can everyone try that? Bottle. And instead of saying water, we would say water. Water. Bottle water. Bottle water. Yeah, that's how we say it. I've got a story for you. If you'd like to hear my story, when I say doom, you say men. Doom. 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 Long ago, there was a boy. This boy was a lovely boy. He was always smiling. He was always laughing. Everybody loved him. One day, well, everybody loved him actually, except for his stepmom. His stepmom was terrible to him. His stepmom was always trying to get him into trouble, always beating him with small things. She wasn't a very nice woman, but she was rich. And she was rich because she had a lot of grain. She used to sell rice and seeds, all them kind of things at the market. She did very well, very rich. One day, this young boy was walking home, walking along the path. And as he was walking along the path, he sees something in front of him. A bird. He walked towards the bird. The bird looked nice. And so he scooped up that bird and put it in his pocket. And when he went back home, he took out the bird and put it on the kitchen table. He tried to talk to the bird didn't want to talk to him. He tried to listen to the bird didn't want to listen to him. And so he found a little piece of cracker that was just left behind. He took the cracker, crumbled up, he put it next to the bird didn't want to know him. The bird saw the cracker. And the bird was hungry. And so the bird turned around. And the bird eating the cracker. Soon, the boy started to whistle to the bird. The bird looked at him and then joined in. Soon, there was a little bird going on, they were loving it. He was whistling, the bird was whistling, they were dancing, everyone was having a good time, things were lovely. They were dancing until the door swung open, the kitchen door, and in walked the stepmom. What is this? What's all this noise? I'm trying to sleep. Every time I'm trying to sleep, you're causing problems. And look at you dancing. And she saw the bird. The bird was still dancing, having a great time. A bird in my kitchen. Are you insane? A bird in my kitchen. If that bird was any bigger, the bird's still dancing. If that bird was any bigger, I'd ring its neck and eat it for lunch. The bird was still dancing. And looked at the window. Then the bird opened up his wings and flapped up in the air. The bird started dancing around in the air. As the bird was flying around in the air, it kept dive-bombing the mum. And the mum kept trying to get out of the way. And the bird kept dive-bombing the mum. The mum kept trying to get out of the way. And then the bird started to talk. The bird started to sing. It started saying, food, give me food, give me food. Do man, do man, do man. Everyone was confused. This bird was aggressive and it was talking and it was singing. As it kept attacking the stepmom said to the son, quick, go into the stock cupboard, get some seeds, get some grain. So the son, he ran into the stock cupboard, he brought out a big sack of grain. The bird was flying around, it stopped, it landed, it used its sharp beak, it sliced through the bag, outpoured the seed in the bird. And in less than a minute, the whole bag was gone. And then something strange happened. The bird grew. And the small bird was now the size of a chicken. He flapped his wings. Things in the kitchen shook a bit. He went back up in the air and started flying around. Food, give me food, give me food. Do man, do man, do man. And as he was flying around, he kept attacking the mum. And the mum was, leave me alone. Boy, get some more food, get some more grain. So the boy ran into the stock cupboard and this time pulled out 3 big bags of grain. The bird was flying in his stock. When it landed, it used its sharp beak, sliced open the bags, all 3 of the bags, outpoured the different seeds, and the bird, all the bags were gone in less than 2 minutes. And then something strange happened. He grew even bigger. This time, he was the size of a small child. He looked the boy dead in the eyes and flapped his big wings. When he flapped his wings, everything in the kitchen shook. He turned to the man, turned to the boy. You are now my servants. You will bring me food. Do men, do men, do men. Flapped his wings up in the air. He started flying around. Now there wasn't much space. Food, give me food, give me food. Do men, do men, do men. Quick, Said the mum, get some more food, we need to get rid of him. And so the boy ran back into the stock cupboard, pulled out 3 more bags of grain, and the bird, heavy now, landed. When he landed, it was so big. And he used his sharp beak, sliced open the bag up, came, pulled the grain, all the grain was gone. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Now he was taller than a man. He was so big that his head crouched over and he looked down at them. You are my servants, you will bring me food. Do man, do man, do man. Flapped his wings, and he flapped his wings. There was so much wind, it was hard to breathe. Just then, the mom looked out the window and stepped in. And when she looked out the window, there she saw someone walking. It was the boy's father, her new husband. And as he was walking back home with his machete from work, chopping things in the field, she tried to signal to him. But he didn't see. But Mr. Ruben, the giant bird, said. He looked out the window and saw the man, and then he hid himself behind the door. When the door opened and in walked the man, Mr. Ruben closed the door. You are my servant, you will bring me food. Do man, do man, do man. The man was so scared, he dropped his machete and stood by the wall. Stand there. And that's what they were. The dad, the stepmom, and the boy. He got close to them, started looking at them. You will give me food. Do man, do man, do man. And the mom said, please don't attack us. Please leave us alone. And we don't have enough food to feed you. I have an idea. She said, I've got an idea. Eat the boy. Mr. Newman looked at the boy. The boy did look tasty. He walked towards the boy, walked towards the whole balcony. And they were against the wall, getting scared and scared. Mr. Newman's beak getting wider and wider. And then he got real close to the family, took his head back and he swallowed up the mom. The dad was furious. He picked up his machete, ran towards Mr. Dooman. Dooman opened up his mouth and ate up the dad too. The boy fell to his knees, started crying. Please, Mr. Dooman, please, don't do this. It's my family. I just went to feed you. I just wanted to sing you. I just wanted to have fun with you. Mr. Dooman looked at the boy. You have been good to me. You fed me crackers and sang songs. I will give you one person back. And out of his mouth fell the dad on the floor in a heap of food. Then Mr. Newman turned to the little bird and said, little boy, take me back to where you found me. And as soon as he said that, Mr. Newman began to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink until again he was small little bird. The boy, as quick as he could, ran towards that little bird, scooped up the little bird, put him in his pocket, ran back down the path right where he found him, took him out the pocket and put him on the floor. Mr. Newman looked at him. And got him up into the village. And now that you've heard this story, if you're ever walking down the path and in front of you see a nice little bird, you not scoop it up and put it in your pocket. And that's the end of my story. Oh, talk about intense, students. Wow, intense. What do you think about that Facebook? What do you think about the story? You can make a comment and let us know what you think about all the stories so far from it. It's amazing what you can do with words and imagination. Thank you very much. All the way from England. Now we have an open mic. Stories from anyone. Anyone have stories? Students? Any stories? Anything you'd like to comment? She has a story. Anyone around the back has a story? All right. Everybody's shy today. Okay, so we have one other story, and it's from Damian. Damian, where are you? Coming back to no more games, No more games from your respectable granny and learn the lesson from the cassette. Respect granny all the way. So come tell us your story, Damian. When I say crick, you say crack. Crick, crack, crick, crack. Now Nora and her sister live with her mother on top of the hill. Now, in order to get across a river known as Dry River, they had to do a ritual. Now, across Dry River, there were a lot of ackee trees. So Nora's aunt came from Canada and she wanted to carry back some ackees. So early in the morning, Nora's mother wake up Nora and her sister and said, Nora, I want you and your sister to take the basket and I want you to go across Dry River and I want you to fill it up with ackees and bring them back for us. So Dora, everybody who know Dora know that Dora, she is a mean girl. In Jamaica, we say courage. Anybody know what we mean by courage? She mean. You know that word, right? Yes, man. So Nora and her sister, they went across Dry River, and Nora, she climbed the ackee tree, and she dropped the ackees to her sister, and they filled the baskets up. Now it was time for them to go home now. So they roll up the thing to put on the head. We call it the cutter. It's basically something to ease the pressure of the weight on top of your head. Put the basket on your head, man, and you're making your way down to go across Dry River. Now, as I said earlier, in order for you to cross Dry River, you have to drop something, you have to pay. So Nora's sister, she go across, and she drop her ackee, and she go across Dry River. Now, what did I say about Nora? She was what? Mean. So it was Nora's time now to go across with her basket, but hold on tight. And she put her toe into the water. And Dry River now start to sing now, and Dry River start to say, if you don't give me one ackee, you can't cross, you repeat. If you don't give me one ackee, you can't cross, yeah. Dry River go come down and wash you away. So now when the water start to trickle, Nora, sister, now she know what is going to happen now. So Nora now she needs to hold on even tighter. The water start to bubble up. She put in her whole foot and she tried to put the other foot into the water. And the river start to sing. If you don't give me one ackee, you can't cross, yeah. If you don't give me one ackee, you can't cross, yeah. Dry River will come down and wash you away. At that time, the water bubble up and catch Dora right at her knee. The sister go across the river and start to jump. And she start to say, Dora, let me hear you say, give one, Dora, give one. Give one, Dora, give one. Dry River will come down and wash you away. Would you believe that Dora would never drop a ackee? The water now start to rise up, man. And the water reach all the way up to her waist. And she start to dance in the water. And Dry River insists that I drop the ackee. And Dora would never drop a ackee. The water start to rise. And you can see her all the way up here to her shoulder. And the sister will start to run up and down and start to fall out. Let me hear you. Give one, Dora, give one. Give one, Dora. Give one, Dora, give one. Dry River will come down and wash you away. And she pull out from the basket start to shake, and the Dry River start to come down more. Reach her all the way up to her neck. This time, she couldn't balance anymore. She started to go down into the water. The basket tilt. One ackee drop out, then another ackee drop out of the basket. And the time you look, all the ackees were in the water. Now the sister now start to fall out more, man. Give one, Dora, give one. And you know, basket floating along the river. The sister start to roll on. Then go one time, she go a second time, and the third time, all you could see was Dora. Dora filled up. The water can go all the way. And from that day until now, nobody was a Dora. Dry River, wash her away. Black Dora, you not choose? No. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Listen, you see how valuable to be kind? Yes, it's very valuable to be kind. And by being kind to one person, you can have a ripple effect
to other person. You can spread something that's positive. The grumpy taxi man or the driver or the person who is next to you, if you're kind to them, that can make their time, that can make their world. And that's the same values that we have in our national heroes. And as we celebrate this month November, let's bear the value of kindness in mind as we go through our daily lives as students, as teachers, as everyday man, woman, child. Let us spread kindness in Jamaica. There are so many new people looking on the television, but let's just spread kindness all around. I'm gonna encourage you all to stay tuned to our and you know we just spoke about heroes. Tomorrow's festival will be taking place at Marcus Garvey's Liberty Hall, and that's downtown Kingston, right? So you stay tuned. It's at 10 a.m. sharp, and based on the poster that's sent out, you know what we're doing. And you know Marcus Garvey, listen, that man can dress to push. Anybody know that expression? Yes, that means it's sharp, and they put on his suit and step out. Listen, you think he's the general, you think he's the king, you know? Understand? Right, so stay tuned for that. And right now we're going right to the song Hero by Little Beats.
Yeah, from the intro, give thanks and praise unto the King of Kings, yo. I live Selassie, I the King, Queen Omega.
So we have some technical difficulties, apologies for those online. Just remember that tomorrow the festival starts at 10 a.m. And as I said before, the values of kindness are very important. We do this every year, right? That's the Entukuma, and we have the Ananse Soundsplash. And right now, we want to come in and say something about it. All right. And then we have Mr. Nico Meat. And of course, coincidentally, that Amino Black was his son, and he has a wonderful message for us. And so we're going to listen to it right now. So listen up.
Yeah, from the intro, give thanks and praise unto the King of Kings, yo. I live Selassie, I the King, Queen Omega. Give thanks and praise unto the Most High Creator. Soon and never later. I'm a hero, if you never know. Took a little time, but now it's gotta show. I'm a hero. What's my name? Let's go. Yo, man, I'm a boy, and I'm not stoop low. I'm a hero, if you never know. Took a little time, but now it's gotta show. I'm a hero. What's my name? Let's go. Yo, man, I'm a boy, and I'm not stoop low. Let's go. Like me, when I enter the matrix, mean I am the one, so no replacements. Me not scared, me not fear of the CIA agents. They higher than the sky, them lower than the placement. Beats the ass that to meet how the case went. Streets the ass that to meet if it was flagrant. We focus, work hard, and the patience. Underline that no with the explanation. I'm a hero, if you never know. Took a little time, but now it's gotta show. I'm a hero. What's my name? Let's go. Yo, man, I got over 7 nasty blow. I'm a hero, if you never know. Took a little time, but now it's gotta show. I'm a hero. You could ask Ivo. Can't stop my vibes and flow. Yes, I steal castle walls and I slay red dragons. Like Apache, I burn cowboys wagons. Reincarnated with the willies for ears. Fighting for the poor, standing up for the peers. Gone when no man has gone before.
fighting predators and killers. And my breastplate I have an uncle two lions. When the enemy sees me, they cry like they're cutting onions. Cause they know I will cut them down like Paul Bunyan. I will not afraid of no guy. Ass net up under eye, but harmless eye. Then we tell you Jinsu is like a human fly, like a super duper appear out of the sky. Save the day like Ananse. From the women and the children I hear the death cry. Of the poor and the oppressed I am the natural alive. Like Marcus and Rastafari, I'm a hero. If you never knew, out of the blue comes the mighty Jinsu. I'm a hero. If you never knew, slew set just like Heru. I'm a hero. If you never knew, you know it's who. Rast, the super duper crew. I'm a hero. If you never knew, slew set with Kung Fu.
Mr. Mix, Mr. Miracle, aka Scott Free. Babylon not with them best, but them can't stop me. Serious as cancer, youths looking for an answer. So I guess I got to do something like the Black Panther. That mean I'm an avenger and not a pretender. You knew the water at me, yo, I still remember self-defense, no pretense. So that mean I'm a defender, but not the Ghost Rider, more like Ghost Rider. No boat, just a toast, but you know I'm more liver than Spider-Man. Got to hide a plan from the poachers, trying to steal a culture. So I'm like Ultra, Magnus in the madness, burning out them badness. I'm a hero, if you never know. Took a little time, but now it's gotta show. I'm a hero, what's my name that show? Yo, man, I'm about me, say me not stoop low. I'm a hero, if you never know. Took a little time, but now it's gotta show. I'm a hero, what's my name that show? Not stoop low, I'm a hero, if you never know. Took a little time, but now it's gotta show. I'm a hero, what's my name that show? Yo, man, I'm about me, say me not stoop low. I'm a hero, if you never know. I'm a hero, if you never know. We're all African soldiers, yeah, superheroes in these times. Save the people and from all of these villainous crimes, yeah. Super duper rhymes. Give thanks and praises unto the King. Love is all we bring. Lift up the mighty Jinsu. Bless I. Yes I. Sing your heart out, lady sage. Free the mental slaves from the cage, baby, baby. Soldiers. I'm a hero. I'm a hero. I'm a hero.
I'm a hero. Bet you never know. Bet you never know that I'm a hero. And if everybody says that, guess what? There'll be more heroes out there. And before the song, I had invited Dr. Mix to come and have a word, and also Ruben to come and have a word and talk with us. And Damien. And we have a device here that's called the Ananse window. Right, and I realize that the attire that you have on, it has the same pattern as this. What does it all mean?
You're very observant. I'm a hero, you get a thing. Observant. I'm a hero. You are a hero. Aren't you a hero? Yeah, clap yourself. Is a hero. Yeah, you're a hero. As you were moving to come to Jamaica, the calling never mind, and soon come back. All right, so the Ministry of Education is a hero. We want to thank the Ministry of Education for inviting all the schools to participate with us today in this leg of Ananse Goes to School. So we don't know where all our students are like that. From all over the place, gone to school with Ananse. And we are representing Ananse right here at Kingswood High School. That is God. And Nancy has gone to school wearing his very special attire. I know that many of you see fabric and you say African fabric, don't you? But you really don't know what it means. Did you know that every pattern you see on any piece of African fabric has a special meaning? Yes, that's why Ananse comes to school, so you can know what you don't know. So the next time you see someone wearing African fabric, just ask them what it means. We know what this means because we got this made especially for Ananse Soundsplash 2022 as a gift to Jamaica 60. So wherever you see anybody wearing this, if they are not a member of the Storytelling Foundation of Jamaica, ask them to surrender it. So we're going to tell you what it means. We had our Nigerian friends and our Ghanaian friends sit down with us and listen to the story of Ananse Soundsplash and listen to all the things we wanted to do and all the stories we want to tell. Now, there are some symbols, some of them are called Yoruba symbols, and some of them are called Akan symbols. So the festival is called Ananse Soundsplash. Why do you think it is called Soundsplash? Because what? Clap him, man, clap him! Ananse came from far. He came across the water. That is the splash. Now what color is the water? Water blue? You drink blue water? But it looks blue, doesn't it? And if you look, the further out you look, the bluer it looks, or the bluer it gets. So the first thing they wanted to represent was Ananse's journey. Where did Ananse come from? Which part in Africa? West Africa. Clap in, very nice. So we wanted to represent Ananse's journey across the water. So we're using blue. And as you can see, the further out you go from the middle of the fabric to the edge, the bluer it gets. Now, our Nigerian friends tell us that Ananse brought light and life. And this is the Yoruba symbol for light and life. But Ananse came from Ghana, the Akan people. And with the Akan people, this is the symbol for Ananse. It's called the Entonton. I bet you can say that. No bright man, that will say. So this is Ananse coming across the ocean, bringing us light and life. But Ananse brought certain things with him. Then can you find the drum? Ananse brought a drum from Africa. So we have to put that in the design for Ananse. Did you know that Aki come from Ghana? Oh, because you can't eat something you don't know where it comes from. So Ananse brought the drum, sustenance for our soul, and Ananse brought the Aki for all who love to eat, sustenance for the body. All right. Now Ananse brought us the calabash. You know the calabash? Yeah, oh, everybody know the calabash. You go there, clap yourself. Very nice. And now Ananse said that we are the people who invented metallurgy. That's a big word we must learn, metallurgy. Say it again, metallurgy. That means we make things out of metal. The first thing we make out of the metal was the 3-foot pot. You know 3-foot pot? All who was laughing at them granny, go home and ask your granny if you could borrow her 3-foot pot. All right? If you don't know the 3-foot pot, do you know the coal stove? Amen. I cannot find the coal. No, that's the coal, the iron. See the coal stove there? So we see the cold stove, right? So we cook on the cold stove. And then, because we always want to look so nice and so neat, we invented the clothes iron. Do you see the clothes iron? So this is our story of Ananse Soundsplash. We want to tell all the stories about how we came, what we brought, and what we did. You like the story? All right, clap our Nigerians. The theme for our festival this year is Webs of Greatness. And we want to share with you what we call our signature story. So wherever our storytellers are now, they're all telling the same story. So when we meet somebody next week, yes, Bacha, you can get excused. Anywhere we see somebody next week or the week after, if they're telling this story, we know that they are telling Ananse Soundsplash 2022. This is our signature story. When I say pray, you say pray. Pray. A long time ago, women would cook soup on Saturdays. They still do that? I didn't know that. You're going to cook soup on Saturday? Oh wow! What kind of soup you cook? Red pea soup? What kind of soup? Chicken soup? Plain soup. What is plain soup? Ah, okay. So they would cook soup. But a long time ago, sir, as you know, there was a special kind of soup bone. You know that? And when you cook the soup, the bone boils down to nothing. The pressure it, you're a good kid. God bless. And you could swallow the bone, don't you? Not even the dog get piece of it. No, sir, we're not having that thing there. That thing you just call, you miss? Yes. Did you say pigtail? You think we can put pigtail in your soup? Yeah. That's just some wonderful little pork eaters. Yeah. All right. So you know that the pigtail soft. And you could swallow it. Well, lo and behold, this woman heard about a new kind of food that people were going to eat on Saturdays. It came in a box. It came in a red and white box. Ah! People said it was finger licking good. And this woman went and bought herself a box of this thing in the red and white box. And she sat by her window eating. And when she had taken off the meat and she tried to eat the bone could not be charred. It did what? It stuck in her throat. And so she had to throw it through the window. And there was a dog waiting for something to eat. So he saw this bone and he rushed out to pick up this bone. But anywhere you see one street dog, you see more than one street dog. So there was another street dog, a homeless dog, or so it seemed. And the two dogs started to fight for the bone. And there was an old man sitting on a hill. And the old man said, somebody should stop those dogs from fighting. Because if we don't stop those dogs from fighting, the boys in the village will start to fight. Tondago, we are Tondago. Tondago, we are Tondago. The whole we are Tondago, we are are Tondabo. You understand that? We are becoming as dogs. We are behaving as if we are dogs. And soon, what do you think happened? Two little boys were coming home from school. And the first little boy said, look at my foot. And then he realized that one of the dogs was his. And the other dog, who was getting the worst of the fight, belonged to the other little boy. He said, how you mean to have your dog fighting off my dog? The little boy said, I wasn't even here. He said, well, you must train your dog. And before you know it, two boys were fighting. And the man on the hill said, somebody should stop those boys from fighting. Because if we don't stop those boys from fighting soon, the women in the village will start to fight. Tondago, we are Tondago. Tondago, we are Tondago. The whole we are Tondago, we are Tondago. And two women were coming home from the market. And they wanted to know why these two boys were fighting. Because in that village, the children don't fight. And then one of the women recognized, and the other woman, she said her son had get the most of the beating, you know. And she said to the first woman, your child has no brought up to you. And the woman said, what do you know about me? What do you know about me? Exactly. And before you know it, the two women were fighting. And the man on the hill said what? Fabulous. Give him a round of applause. If we don't stop the women from fighting, soon the men in the village will start to fight. Tondago, we are Tondago. Tondago, we are Tondago. The whole we are Tondago, we are Tondago. And before you know it, two men were coming home. Like they had been to the pub. You ever hear about happy hour? What happens in the happy hour? You're not supposed to know about happy hour. You're too young to be so happy. Happy hour is something our men do on a Friday evening. They go to the bar, you know, and they sleep up too, and they come home staggering, drunk and disorderly. And then they saw two women fighting, and they thought it was the funniest thing in the world until one man. Where's that? And said, am I woman that? And the other man said, yes, I am a woman and shall get beat up. Until he realized what? And what happened? The man on the hill said, somebody should stop these two men from fighting. Because if we don't stop these two men from fighting, everybody will go on. Tondago, we are Tondago. Tondago, we are Tondago. The whole we are Tondago, we are Tondago. And the first man, somebody ran to the village he was from and told the village that this man from the village had get beat up. Oh, you know that the whole of that village coming down the hill. And what happened to the next man? See him village are coming too. If you see stick and stone coming down the hill. And the man on the hill said, the whole country will be at war. Start a World War II, yes. And they won't even know what they were fighting about. So in order for the war to end, everybody has to go to the river and throw away something that caused them to fight. And so everybody went to the river. Damien, are you going to the river? What are you going to give up in the river?
I want to keep up pyramid.
Clap him. Who else is coming to the river? Everybody has to give up something for there to be peace. You have to give it up. You have to come to the river and give it up. Throw it away. What are you throwing away? Gone? Yes, throw it on. Throw it on. Who else is coming to give up something? The light bill? No one have to pay a light bill. What are you willing to ask, Mr. Jerry?
I give it up turning a blind eye.
Give up turning a blind eye. You have to see what's going on. Give up what? Yes, come. Give it up. We have to talk what's going on. Thank you. Two more. We need two more. Come and throw it in the river. You have to throw it in the river. You're giving up what? Abuse. Give up abuse. No, throw it in the river. You have to throw it away. Throw it away. Give up bad mind. One more. Yes, give up something. Give up this unity. And the man on the hill said, when we give up all the things that are keeping us back, we're weaving webs of greatness. We huevo, we are we huevo. We huevo, we are we huevo. We wouldn't web of greatness, web of greatness. We weaving web of greatness, web of greatness. We huevo, we are we huevo. We huevo, we are we huevo. We're weaving web of greatness, web of greatness. We're weaving web of greatness, web of greatness. Tap your teachers who are going to hold up. Tap the Ministry of Education. Tap Mr. Harvey. Tap the technical team of the Jamaica Library Center. A big thank you to all our sponsors. The Tourism Fund, the Chase Fund, the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, CIPC First Caribbean Bank, Women Involved, Social Development Commission, Women Involved, Sky Gallery. And we can't leave out you, Innsbruck. High school and all the beautiful students. Yes, Emancipation Park. We started at Emancipation Park on Sunday as part of their 20th anniversary. Now, where is your teacher? Where's Miss Noel? I see other teachers here, but the Miss Saman, come, Miss Saman. Because we have a special gift we want to do for the school. Every year we do something different. And this year, We put together a collection of the papers that have been delivered at the festival in the last 10 years, along with some of our favorite stories. We thank you so much for having us, and we would like to present your school with this book for the children ought to know. Tomorrow morning, you did want to speak? Yeah. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be at Liberty Hall at 10 o'clock. And that will be a discussion that we're having about the impact of Marcus Garvey, our first national hero, on our male leaders. Sunday, Ananse goes to the library, and we shall be in the library from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. We are going to be at the St. Anne Parish Library. As you know, libraries are open on Sunday. But this is our initiative to see if we could open our libraries on Sunday. So everybody come to the St. Anne Parish Library on Sunday. It's in honor of National Storytelling Day, particularly in honor of Marcus Garvey, who used to have programs on a Sunday called a Pleasant Sunday Evening. And then we go out to Island Village for 4 o'clock. So everybody can come to Island Village in the tourist mecca of Jamaica. You have been fabulous. Thank you very much for coming. Storytellers, the local storytellers, wherever they are, and thank you to everybody who joined us in the Zoom room, and thank you to everybody on Facebook. We want to fix the YouTube channel for tomorrow. It's been running all week, and then just to get tired. Too flat. Thank you.
Great Ananse is the king of our imagination, bringing stories with the light of the ancient Africa. Great Ananse is a griot, a chantuel, a calypsonian. What a wonderful delight is to hear her stories.
Children, hold on. And we have our festival. We have something called a big. So the partner finish cook it, but they have some snacks.
Great Ananse is the king of our imagination, bringing stories with the light of the ancient Africa. Great Ananse is a griot, a chantuel, a calypsonian. What a wonderful delight is to hear her stories. Like an enormous spider web, she weaves her stories, and the grandpa and the kids, they all love what there's to hear. Great Ananse is the king. Great
Ananse is the king of our imagination, bringing stories with the light of the ancient Africa. Bread Ananse is a griot, a chantuel, a calypsonian. What a wonderful delight is to hear her stories. Like an enormous spider web, she weaves her stories, and the grandpa and the kids, they all love what there's to hear. Bread Ananse is the king.